All right, have you guys seen what ICE just did?
Oh no!
Another thing?
They're now going door to door in Roblox.
What the?
Are you?
What the?
Oh, in the game. That's really funny. That's funny, dude.
Buff that one dude is.
That's so funny.
So they're role playing an ice raid on Roblox.
Kids are role playing ice raids on Roblox.
Hey, I know Taika plays Roblox. Would he play the Mexican or would he play the ice boy?
No idea. I gotta ask.
Because you know it's not funny, but it's kind of ironic, right? Is like they're all Latino. Like from the agents to the guys that they're grabbing up, they're all Latino. Yeah. But I like for some reason, you know, I think it was the media or whatever, the image in my mind were like all ICE agents are white coming after all of the like minorities and shit. And I found out like there's actually way more minorities in ICE because they need bilingual speakers.
Well, that's the thing. I think that's like the biggest misconceptions of America. People think if you're pro-veteran, pro-law enforcement, then automatically you're a white supremacist. But like more than half of the sheriff's department is Latino. There's so many black and Hispanic vets too. So people, I don't know where this whole like conception came from.
Old movies.
Yeah, but it's like, all these like law enforcement marshals, ICE, FBI, there's a lot of other ethnicities in there.
Mainstream media always portrays.
White versus other issue.
Yeah.
Fly an American flag outside your house, they call you a Nazi now.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, it's crazy.
My father-in-law, he's flown an American flag outside his house forever because he came in from his dad came in from the Philippines and he served in the Navy. So like they're very proud of like.
Yeah.
That's true. I never met more proud Americans than Filipinos.
Oh man,
I feel like they out American white folks. Like most white people I know, they're more liberal or like they're more like. They're not really like.
It's because it took
hardcore.
a shitload of work to get here. Yeah. Like when you think about what it does take when you legally try to come here, it's fucking crazy. When you finally achieve it, hell yeah, you're proud.
Yeah.
And Nikki's grandma like wanted them to learn English, so she wouldn't speak anything but English around them, even though it's broken as fuck.
Yeah, it's like me too. That's how my parents were.
Also, like I could imagine like that era, our parents' generation immigrating over to America, and then the progress as a country, as a nation that America was able to like have during those decades. It was probably something to be really, really proud of from like a global stage. Right. Whereas like right now, a lot of the conversation is how so many Americans, so to speak, are like really ashamed of America as a country, right? Because of like us, whether it be our economy or policies or involvement in global affairs, whatever it is, it just looks like America is now like taking steps back as a bad country. So it's harder to have pride. It's weirder to put a flag up because then it's like, what do you have pride in? The country's doing so bad. You must have pride in the wrong things. That's why the country's doing so bad. So,
well, dude, we nuked Japan twice and people were flying flags like crazy back then. So, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like we kind of been doing fucked up shit for a long time.
But you know,
I think that's the difficult thing though, is like we've been kind of real woke, right? Like it's like if you understand that America has like the good, bad, ugly, and it's a mixture of so many complex things, like from colonialism to we're kind of imperialist, like we but if you can accept the fact that it's also kind of a good concept if you want to come here and if you want to make something of yourself, there's still an opportunity because the mentality is completely different from the old country. And it can be both, right? You can have certain corrupt leaders that go out and steal oil from others, but it can also be like, hey, I'm gonna benefit from that shit. And I think that's what
trickles down, I guess.
Fucks with people's minds of like, well, I thought we were like this, like we were the good guys the whole time.
Yeah.
And then now it's like they realize we're the bad guys. And then they're like, oh, I don't know if like how I feel about America's like real anymore. Like what's happening? And I'm like, man, we've been doing this shit, bitch. But you can't be both, though.
Is there a good guy, though, anywhere in the world?
No, I don't think so.
Is there any country that is the good guy?
No, I don't think so.
Our government is different than our people, but we have this like belief that our government is represented by, or we are represented by our government, but none of us feel that way. You know what I mean?
I think it's the people who are like waking up to the reality that there is no pure like, what do you call it? Like a pure good guy nation It just doesn't exist, and it never did exist in history.
Yeah, it never happened.
Bernie Sanders might say Denmark.
But then I think that's what people are probably dealing with today, where they
The
grew up,
disillusionment.
thinking about a certain way, and then they realize, oh my God, we've been doing this. And I'm like, motherfucker, we've been saying this shit on JK for the past 15 ass years, and then people were calling us crazy. Fuck you, man.
Damn.
It would just sound like Alex Jones.
I think we do. But also, I'm not delivering it like I'm being a fucking retard about it, and it's a comedy show. But at the same time, I am really bitter. I just think like even in everyday conversation, because it wasn't like something normal to talk about, like even 10 years ago, right? Anything critical about governments or whatever, people automatically look at you like a crackpot. It's not everyday common speech. Now it's the popular thing to talk about. Yeah. It's the popular thing to talk about, yo, you know what the real shit is?
Dude, I had like aunts and uncles think that I'm a conspiracy theorist whack job because I said that all the media is owned by like the same 5 companies. Like that's normie shit. That's
It's normal.
That's
very normie
That's
shit.
super regular.
It's like regular ass normie shit. It was like 2.5 years ago or something. It was like a Christmas thing.
Why wouldn't they believe that? Like, what's so hard about it?
I think that they just don't know that. And
You can believe that like soap is owned by the same people.
Yeah.
Like,
I think
or
it's
glasses.
conflicting.
so all I was saying was because they were saying something about how like, oh, well, you know, Fox News is so bad. And I'm like, yeah. And so is CNN and so is MSNBC. And all those companies are all owned by like the same conglomerates. And they're all just playing people against each other. And they think that's crazy.
So they think it's crazy that because basically in America, everything that's worth anything at all is connected to the next thing that's also worth that much. It's like very simple to see that.
I think it's hard for people to think nuanced. And this is what I realized about like the layers of consciousness. So the first stage is if you think in good and bad and everything is a moral conversation, that's bad. No, that's good. So like when an incident happens, right? People want let's all stand together and talk about how wrong it is. And maybe one day they'll stop it. Yeah. If you're at that stage.
That's the mind of a child.
Exactly. It's like good, bad. Just tell me what to think. Yeah. And this is why people gravitate toward religion or like there's a genius philosopher that comes out with a system and people follow that system, right? Because it's really hard to like really dive into everything in everything that you do. Like people outsource like lifestyle. They outsource ways of thinking. So that's the first stage. The second stage is you look at it and you go, I see holes in it. So first stage, people don't see holes. And even if they do, they wouldn't know how to dissect it. The second stage is they see the holes and then they go, why?
That's what I don't get. Because I think that people get it's all weaponized. Like if you go like, I hate Fox News, for example, right? But then in the same breath, you go, I watch MSNBC. Yeah. You don't realize that like it's the same shit.
Two sides of the same coin.
Right.
Right. And I think that's because of tribalism. So like it feels safer to be a part of the good guys team. Yeah. So when people are easier to program when they're more stupid. And then they'll look at you like you're stupid because you don't know the information I have.
And if they're emotional.
Yeah. That's the biggest thing actually. Yeah. Because you could sway them on feelings. Mm-hmm. So that's the first step is like, okay, I'm a part of the good guy team. Everything we do is good. Everything outside is evil. But they don't know that they're actually doing evil things, thinking that it's good. It's like, that's the complex part about it.
Ninjas in Quest.
Exactly.
They're all owned by ABDC or whatever. Easy. See?
You know what? Sports is a really good kind of symbolism for what happens in the real world. But like think about dudes getting into fist fights.
Oh yeah, dude.
It's like
yeah.
But like they believe in it so hard, and it's triggering some type of primal feeling of
soccer
like,
hooligans.
This is me.
Yeah. Dude, Tom Brady coming out recently and saying he doesn't have a dog in this fight about the Patriots in the Super Bowl is so illustrative of that because people are actually crying and mad in social media in Patriots media because they're like, he's part of the Patriots, and he's basically like, who gives a shit?
I mean, but then like when you really think about like where he's coming from to be understanding of it too. It's like, yeah, he's the main Patriots legacy, and then but he also did like 3 years on the Bucks afterwards. Then he also like owns the Raiders now. So it's like for him to think about like what team do I like really want to win, and he's like a news or a sports announcer or a caster or whatever. So it's like he has to be a little bit more just open in general, and he's goated at a different level, right? It's like. I get it more if you're trying to really
beyond the team
transcend it, right? But
it just goes to show how like it's a fugazi because he didn't really give a shit about that. Like he was just doing his job for the Patriots organization, but he's not like I bleed Patriots fucking colors and shit.
Which is also why the Lakers love Kobe, because he bled purple and gold for us and didn't leave and stayed in one spot, you know? Yeah. But I still always will come down to like thinking about how problematic this is, and then zooming off for like 1 microsecond and being like, well, let's say if China was doing stuff like this and then their citizens were like, let's make fun of it, and then their citizens disappeared, and then you can't do that. Yeah. And then I think about like, okay, well, we got all the things that we can complain about because that's
just turn off Roblox.
Yeah, that's the life we should appreciate. That life of freedom, that country of freedom, to hate everything that we see.
Dog, if Jack Ma can disappear out there,
yeah.
Come on, bro. Like, who's safe here if we were living?
And that's not the only country, too. You know, like there's so many countries out there that you fuck around and mock your governments, like whatever, and it's like you're done.
You know Bassem Youssef?
Yeah.
So he is this I think he's Egyptian. He's a stand-up comedian.
He's really funny.
Fucking funny. He got really big when he basically owned Piers Morgan. When Piers Morgan tried to like do those tricky statements to get him to condemn Hamas and all these things, right? But anyways, recently he was talking to Candace and he said something really fucking smart, which was, we come from countries with dictators and all that, and we know it's corrupt. He goes, the difference is you Americans think you're free because you're allowed to complain. So you say all this shit, but nothing changes. And they do it in front of your faces. And I was like, you're fucking right. We think we're free, but none of the rules and laws ever change. Like none of the people on Epstein list is getting in trouble. Like even this whole like thing with ICE and everything, like you do have people who are against it, who's standing up, whatever. Like people might get murdered illegally. I don't know. Like all these things happen, but then no one's actually getting in trouble. So I was like, oh shit, that might be even worse than countries that are just upfront corrupt. So I don't know.
Are we blackpilled then?
You mean like I don't know what I'm gonna do, like because like I'm giving up.
Everything's over kind of thing.
I mean, the good, what do you call it? I don't like the black pill. Basically, I think there's a difference between discussing about all of it and then saying like, well, I'm staying out of it because I'm not really doing anything. And then people see that as giving up, right? Mm-hmm. Or like when you have a discussion about stuff and then people were like, why don't you stand for something? I actually think it's difficult for people to basically see that and feel helpless because they want to know that like their actions can do something, right? So for example, like let's say if we're dissecting if someone should, like Alex Preddy, if he should go out and he should have even done that in the first place, they take that as just give up.
Oh, okay.
Or like they're like, you can't discuss the nuance of something. Yeah. But I'm like, well, okay, you're not willing to do that. Why should he risk his life when you're behind a fucking computer and you're comfortable in your own home? Right. Yeah. But then they want to be like, nah, we should fucking all do that. And I'm like, you're rallying up the tribe, but you're not willing to do it. I'm being more honest with myself. I don't think he should do that. And I think he should live to fight another day. But we can't have those discussions because people think that what you're doing is saying, don't do that. Mm-hmm. So they can't, it's the nuance, like complex, like let's dive deep into like the reality of this shit that turns it into, is it just good or bad?
Yeah, we like to label blast in this country. We like to blast a label on you and then we move on because now you're not allowed to talk about this because I already decided you're a monster.
Yeah.
The pill of, I think you should take care of your world first. And if that's good, then you go one layer out and you go one ring at a time.
That's don't tread on me, brother. That's don't tread on me.
Because I'm like, why are people trying to like change the world? And then you have like 30 G's worth of credit card debt or whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
You're out protesting and your shit's fucked. I'm like, take care of your shit, and then if you can't expand into your community, your neighbor, like your neighborhood, then slowly do it that way.
They just paid off the last, the 30,000 credit card. Now what?
Then they can go protest that way.
Okay, got it. Okay, cool.